communication from you. They want something from you. They feel rejected. They're wondering, well, what really is going on? Like, this isn't about you. But then days pass. Hello my friends, and welcome back. I hope that you're all doing really well. So in today's video, we are talking about what happens to the narcissist when your silence becomes their reality. At first they think that your silence is temporary, that you're going to reach out at some point and that you're going to realize that you cannot live without them. They assume you're upset, you're taking space, or you're trying to prove a point. But then days pass, weeks pass, and something starts to shift. This is the moment that your silence stops being a reaction and becomes your new identity. And that's when the real consequences begin. Let's get into it. So what's going to happen here is the first stage, and that's all about confusion and testing boundaries. Confusion in the fact that they're wondering, well, what really is going on? Like, why are they behaving in this way? So you're going to get the test the waters kind of texts. The casual messages like, hey, how are you? Nothing big, very small, testing the waters. And this is all about low-key effort and trying to see if you're still accessible to them. One thing that I want you to remember, my friends, is that they're not reaching out to connect, okay? They are not saying sorry, all right? They are checking to see if the door is unlocked, whether they still have access to you. Now I know that this is going to be one of the hardest tests ever, and it is going to be really challenging for you as well, because it's hard, because throughout all of this, all you've ever wanted was them to reach out and say sorry, or to have some sort of contact, to actually hear from them, to have some sort of communication. When you haven't reached out, now they are. And this is the challenging part. This is going to be the challenging part, because, why are they reaching out? It literally is to test the waters, to see whether they still can get communication off you, to see whether they can still get something off you. Okay, and that is your attention, because guess what? They're going to come back in. They are wanting to get some sort of communication from you. They want something from you. So when you don't respond, when there's no reaction, when there's no access, this is when they become confused, because in their mind, like, you've always come back before, like, why are you being difficult right now? So they step up the game, and this is the stage 2, the hoovering and the control attempts. So this is when love bombing returns. This is when you've got the fake apologies, emotional hooks like, I miss you, I changed, I realize why you are being like this, and you're absolutely right, like, things are going to be completely different. That's just it. They're fake. The love bombing is also fake. None of that is meant. So this is where you've got to understand that this isn't growth. This is strategy. And why are they doing this? Why is it that they can't be different? Why is it that they can't work on themselves and change and be different? Well, my friends, the reason for that is because that isn't in their genetic makeup, so to speak. They're trying different versions of themselves to see which one still works on you, because they want attention from you. They want validation from you. This is what they thrive on. This is what they've always done. This is what they want from you. What is important to them is to have control. They know that you are invested at some point. They think that you literally just want some time off, basically, and that at some point you are going to come back, and they're thinking, well, why aren't you coming back? And this is where we step into stage 3, the narcissistic collapse and ego injury. It is a collapse for the following reasons. Their ego takes a hit, they feel rejected, and this is a loss of supply. Now, this is where it's very challenging for them, because it's ultimately what we're circling around here is the ego. The ego for them is their defense mechanism, and it is something that has allowed them to keep their call to keep them the way that they are, to have the control, to have to keep the manipulation going. That is what has been keeping them in check. So when they are rejected, which is a huge wound for them, it is a huge trigger, okay, this is very hard for them. This is very difficult for them. They can't handle it. So something they've spent their whole life avoiding is accountability. Because the ego will not allow them, because it's a defense mechanism, a defense against their emotions. Now, you're wanting real apology. You're wanting them to be authentic with you. But their ego, aka their defense mechanisms, prevent them from being able to do this. So when you are not replying, when you are not there, when you are not engaging in their attempts, this is what really gets to them. They can't handle it. So this is why they have that ego collapse. And it's basically where all of their triggers, all of their issues come up to surface. Now, trust me, they are not going to stay long in this scenario, okay, because they're going to try and avoid the pain. And they are going to, in their mind, change the narrative so that you're the worst person, so that you're the person that is in the wrong. And it's always you, isn't it? It's always you that is in the wrong. Yes, my friends, they will be doing this because they cannot sit with themselves in that version. It's very challenging for them. Their defense mechanism has prevented them from doing so. So now we enter stage 4, and that's all about the replacement and the smear campaign. Remember, they're not going to stay in that for long. So they're going to need new supply, meaning they're going to need new sources of validation, making them feel good. So they're going to get someone else into the mix because they need entertainment, they need distraction. And that's what the new supply is all about. I did a video all about this, the new supply. I'm going to link it here. Have a look, because this really talks about what this new person is and who they represent. Ultimately, narcissist is never single. They're never on their own. They've always got someone in to distract them, to provide them with entertainment. That's really what it's about. They will blame you, they will smear your name, and they will position themselves as the victim. Okay, so this is what I mean about the change of narrative. They're not ever going to take accountability, and they're not going to say it's them. They are always going to blame you. They are always going to say that it is you, because this is the grounding truth for you, my friends. This isn't about you. This is about them trying to escape the silence that you put them in. Now, look, I'm not saying you're the one at fault here. No, you did the right thing. You did the right thing by putting them in silence. They need this. But are they going to change? No. Are they going to have realization? No, they're going to do what they've always done. You know what? Because it's always worked. So when their ego collapses, when they have the narcissistic injury, all they're going to do is get someone else. And what they will do is they will make sure that you notice. They will make sure that you see it. That's what they're doing. There's nothing else that's going on here. They're not sorry. They're not sorry. They're never going to be sorry. It's about power. It's about control in this situation. They will never allow you to see them upset and wanting you and having this narcissistic injury. They're never going to show you, because they want you to be punished. And it's a game. It's a mind game, ultimately. So while your silence is the final boundary, this is about you. You call the shots here. Okay, because how long are you going to allow this person to take from you? How long are you going to allow this person to control you and manipulate you into submission? How long are you going to do that? Because that's what your silence is teaching them. Please be under no illusion that this person isn't about making this relationship work. This isn't a healthy dynamic. They're not in it to build, okay, to have something. That's not what's going on here. They're all about putting you down, controlling you, and manipulating you. Your silence isn't about punishment. It's about a boundary. It's about self-respect. And when your silence becomes permanent and they don't have access to you, they lose the ability to rewrite your reality. They cannot rewrite your reality because they don't have access to you. And that is what you've got to remember. And that is what is the most important thing here, my friends. They can't keep doing this to you. You've got to stand up for what is right. Have you ever reached this point, my friends, where your silence has become final? If you have done, please drop it in the comments below, because I really want to hear from you. And remember that this can change somebody's outcome. This can help somebody, because the community here is very, very important. Please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box below for more details. I've also got the mentorship as well if you want to continue rising and leveling up your mindset on this journey. All the details are in the description box below. But ultimately, my friends, you've won. Not that you've wanted to, and not that this was a game, but you have got your power back, and that is the most important. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope this video has helped, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.